And welcome and thank you for joining me for flow. We're actually going to start seated, so if you benefit from a cushion or anything under your bottom, take one. Also, if possible, you've got a couple of balls. These are acupoint massage balls, which are great. Tennis balls would work, they're just a little more harsh. But if you've got some balls, that would be great. If not, you'll still be able to do the practice fine. And maybe contact me to find out where you can get these. They're not too expensive at all, and they just really help add another element to yoga. Okay, so we won't be using these that much today, but we will be a little bit. But I will be bringing these into the yin session and the gentle yoga session as well. Okay, so let's just come into the body. Let's do our chin mudra, thumbs, index fingers together, and let's just close the eyes. Anchor that tailbone into the mat or the cushion, and imagine each vertebra lengthening and lifting up towards the sky. Let the chin slightly tuck in so you can stretch out the back of that neck. And just start to take slow, steady breaths. Listen to each breath come in and listen to each breath leave. And then we're just going to do 3 Oms. So taking a big deep breath into the body. Breathing in. Last one. And then when we're ready, just opening the eyes, gently placing the hands over the knees. We're just going to move, circular movement. As we inhale, we're bringing that chest forward, leaning forward. And as we exhale, we're pulling that abdominal wall back. Two more this way. Then we're going to change direction, breathing in, fill up, and then exhale, coming back. Just feel, checking in with the body. Last 2. And then inhale to lengthen and lift. As we do, we're going to come into that the cow position, where we bring that chest forward, pinch the shoulder blades. Then we're going to exhale, draw the abdominal wall back, chin tucks in. You can close your eyes here as you do this. Starting from the base of the spine, finishing in the nape of the neck. Listen to the breath. Two more. Then on your next inhale, anchor, lengthen up through each vertebra, bringing those arms out. Inhale, reach up. Look up towards those hands if you can. Then just exhale, bring those hands, tap them back down, fingertips touching. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. This time as we inhale, bringing those arms up. We're going to exhale, just bringing those wrists in line with the shoulders. Soften those shoulders, activate the core. Hugging, bringing it in, anchor the tailbone. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, coming over to that right, reaching over with that left. You can stay with just that arm lengthened, or if you want to, you can bring it across the body. Listen to how you feel. Inhale to come up. Exhale, coming down. Again, with this left arm, you could stay on the hand, or you could bring the forearm down. Make sure that right hip stays down. Inhale. Exhale. So I just want you to flow with that breath. Listen to your body. Two more. This time as you inhale, I want you to exhale and twist. So this right hand is going to go to the left knee, left hand's going to come behind, and we're going to lift up tall, then twist. We inhale to bring ourselves back up, and exhale as we take left to right and right behind, looking over that right shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Find your own rhythm here. One more either side. Coming back to the centre, inhale to fill up, reaching up through those arms, and then we're going to exhale, coming as far forward as we can, keep lengthening through the spine, anchor those hands down, might be fingertips, and then as we breathe in again, tuck that tailbone under, lift that chest. As you exhale, just hug the core, and let the shoulders soften. And then another big inhale, lengthening, lifting from that tailbone, but tucking it under so it's like it's still grounded, but you're lengthening, lifting through it. Then this time as you exhale, allow yourself to surrender. Might be coming down to the forearms, might be fingertips, but let those shoulders come out and wide, not up towards those ears. And just take 3 deep breaths here. Then from there we're going to inhale, bringing ourselves up onto all fours, where we're just going to flow with a little bit of cat-cow, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Exhale into that cat, start from the base of the spine, taking that each vertebra up towards the ceiling as the chin tucks in and the crown of the head drops to the floor. Inhale, dropping that abdomen, lengthening through the front of that body, shoulder blades come in. Exhale, pulling that core back. Just checking in with how you're feeling. Every exhale, pushing, flexing through that spine. Inhale, extending. 2 more. And then this time as we exhale, we're going to just push back, pushing back into an extended child pose where if we've got a ball, if we can, we're just going to allow this ball to just come onto the forehead, just so we can rock gently from side to side. If we haven't got the ball, this is fine. You can still do this on the floor. Just a gentle sway, side to side. If you want to make it more intense, reach out those arms. Maybe drop the forearms down. That's a little too much. Just take the elbows out wide. Check in with how you're feeling. Couple of deep breaths here. And then from there, we're going to inhale, bring ourselves up, just moving those balls. And then placing those wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Now we're going to exhale as if we're pushing back into down dog. Tuck those toes under and then push up into like a half down dog. We keep the knees bent. And again, maybe just a little swaying from side to side. And then we exhale, dropping those knees, sinking back. So we inhale, come up. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push back into down dog. Reach up from here, take an inhale breath, just breathing in, rocking maybe a little from side to side. Then exhale, drop the knees, sink back. 2 more. Sink it back. Inhale to come up, tuck those toes under, push back into extended child pose, then push up into like a half down dog, really trying to stretch out those shoulder blades, just rocking, then exhale to drop, sinking back. One last one more, we're going to come into that full down dog, so we're going to inhale, come up, exhale, tuck the toes, sink back, push up, tailbone comes up. And then we're just going to take those legs hip width apart. Maybe walking out as we bend one knee, the heel of the other foot pushes down. Try and spread those hands, lifting that tailbone up. Just a few deep breaths here. And then from there, we're going to slowly start to walk our feet towards our hands. If we run out of space, if we just inhale and do that half lift where we lengthen, this can create a little more room for us to step through. And then just exhale into our dangling forward fold. Maybe holding opposite elbows just to help bring you down. You can take those arms behind if you prefer. And then when you're ready, with an inhale breath, we're going to come up, breathing in, rising up. Exhale, bringing those hands down. Now we're going to do some sun salutations. Just before we start, we're just going to use these balls for our feet. So what I want us to do is start with this left foot. So shift the weight onto the right and just bring that ball under the foot. Keep the tailbone tucked under, keep hugging the core, and then as you start to feel, you can slow it down and just explore. If you haven't got the ball today, perhaps you could be doing the tree instead and just finding balance for a few moments, or you could be flowing, breathing in with the arms coming up, exhaling to bring down. Otherwise, we're just going to do this just to stimulate. This is great for the meridians getting the blood flowing in our body. So just worth it. You can really feel some sensitive points. You may want to go over a little slower, a little more gently in those parts of the foot. And then when we're ready, it's great for that balance as well, because you're actually leaning into this leg, so we've got to keep that core active. And then we'll just swap sides. So we shift that weight to the left. You can go back into the tree. If you haven't got the ball this time, you can always hopefully invest or get balls to do it with the ball next time. And in the meantime, do it with the tree. And just taking your time. You can slow it right down. Really feel maybe in the arch of the foot, maybe in that heel. Just really allowing that foot to have a little massage. And then from there, if you're in that tree, come down now. If you're working that foot with the ball, just bring it to the side. Okay, we're going to start a little flow of sun salutations. We'll just do our little warm up first. So those big toes together, heels slightly apart. Tuck that tailbone under, lift that sternum. Inhale, upward salute, breathe in, fill up. Exhale, bringing the arms back down. Inhale, upward salute. Exhale. One more, inhale, upward salute, bring those hands together, exhale into our squat. Inhale to rise up, opening that chest, exhale, abdominal to the thighs, tailbone to the ceiling, crown of the head towards the floor. Lengthen as we inhale, keep the legs static, really activate those glutes, slightly pinch the shoulder blades in. Exhale. Draw that core back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming back, either cover those ears or those arms out wide. Breathe in to bring yourself up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward salute. Exhale, back to our mountain. Inhale. Hands come together into prayer. Exhale, coming down. Inhale. Open up that chest. Exhale, coming down. Abdominal wall to the thighs, hands to the floor. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, coming back into our fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Cover those ears or arms out wide. Breathe in, raise up. Exhale. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hands together. Exhale. Inhale. Open that chest. Exhale. Come on down. Abdominal wall to the thighs. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhaling. Cover those ears or arms out wide. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, starting with the plank sun salutations. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, abdominal wall to the thighs. Hands to the floor, chin tucks in. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands either side, stepping back into the plank. Aligning with an inhale breath, strengthening. Drawing those shoulder blades slightly in towards each other. Exhale, chin, chest coming forward. Anchoring down. Inhale to our up dog. Squeeze those glutes, pinch those shoulder blades. Even weight on the hands. Exhale, coming back into our down dog. Tailbone up, crown of the head towards the floor. Pick any leg. Inhale, step it forward. Helping hand if it needs. Other foot joins. Surrender. Big exhale into that fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, coming down, cover those ears, breathe in, rise up. Exhale. Let's go, breathe. Exhale.
Crown of the head to that floor. Anchor the even weight in those feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, stepping back. Aligning. Really tuck that tailbone under. Pull that core in. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, come on up. Show off that chest. Exhale, tailbone up. Crown of the head down. Inhale, try and change that leg that you step forward with. Remember, you can give it a helping hand or just join the other foot. Not so close, then walk your hands in. Exhale, surrender. Breathe in that half lift. Lengthen that back into that table. Exhale, come back. Cover those ears or arms out wide. Breathe in. Inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, stepping back. Inhale to align, tuck tailbone, hug core. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, push you back to that down dog. Inhale, stepping. Exhale, surrendering into the fold. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in to rise up. Exhale to come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So we're starting to find our own rhythm now. Remember, when we come back into that plank, we inhale to lengthen. We'll strengthen and lengthen through that body. Exhale, coming down. Breathing into our up dog. Really squeeze the glutes here, lift that chest. Exhale, really pull that abdominal wall back, lift that pubic bone up and the tailbone. Inhale to step. Bring those feet, happy feet back together. Keep your focus on your feet. Don't look to the left or right. And then surrender into the fold. Inhale, half lift. Remember here, we're lengthening the spine. We don't have to hyperextend or push those kneecaps back. We can keep them soft. Exhaling and then cover those ears. Breathe in or arms out wide if you prefer. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, coming back to our plank. Inhale to align. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Exhaling, pushing back. Inhale, coming forward. Bringing those feet together to exhale into that fold when you've made it. Half lift when you're ready. Exhale when you're ready. Cover those ears or arms out wide. Keep it going. Breathing in, upward salute. Exhale into our forward fold. Inhale to the half lift. Exhale, coming back into our plank. To inhale, strengthen. Remember, knees can come down. Still strengthen, hug the core. And then exhale, bringing yourself down. Inhale to that cobra. Up dog. Exhale, tuck those toes under. Lift that tailbone up. Inhale, stepping. Try and alternate which leg you step with. Remember, if it's short, you can bring the other foot to join. Hands can then walk to the feet. Surrender into your fold. Half lift, back to your fold. Inhale to come up. And if you haven't been able to step so far forward, you just need a little step back to the front of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Hands coming down. Exhale, stepping back into that plank. Strengthen. Tuck that tailbone under. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Keep it going. Breathing, finding a flow now. Listening to your breath, or if you've got some music on, just listening to the breath and the music. So you just start to flow, listening. Four more. Really try and allow each move to finish with that breath. So when you've got into the plank, you exhale, finish, then you inhale to strengthen, and then exhale to lower. Three more. Try and stick with the rhythm of your own breath now. Just see how that breath can help you flow. Making this our last one, maybe slowing that breath right down. And then when you're finished, just allowing yourself maybe to have a little drink or just stay in the mountain pose. If you're still in your flow, stay connected with your breath. Finish when you're in your natural flow. And then we'll just come into that mountain pose, tucking that tailbone under, encouraging the core to hug, sternum lifting, shoulder blades pinching in. And just taking a few deep breaths. Maybe closing the eyes, exploring the energy within the body. And trying to anchor this energy down through the feet. Maybe feeling it in the palms of your hands. Staying connected to the inhale, the exhale. Okay, and then from there we're just going to continue doing a couple more salutations, but we're going to add in the ball, get into our piriformis muscle in that glute with pigeon. Okay, so inhale, upwards to lift, breathe in, fill up. Exhale, calming down. Abdominal wall to the thighs, the chin tucks in, crown of the head to the floor. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, we're stepping our right leg back, stepping the right leg back, dropping the knee, fingertips in line with those toes. Inhale, coming up, hands can be on the thighs, hips sink, arms raised up. Exhale, we bring the hands together, taking our right elbow to the outside of that left and just looking up and over that left shoulder. Then from there, we're coming back to that centre, bringing those hands down. And we're going to take this left hand to the big toe side, walking that foot out. Try and keep the sole of the foot on the ground here. And then bringing, if they will, the forearms down. If not, just those hands will do. Flex the elbows. Maybe you want to push up on that back leg, giving the back of the leg a stretch. Squeeze the glutes. If that feels a little too much, keep that knee down. So just where we feel, we are 3 deep breaths. And then from there, we're just going to drop that knee if we haven't already, just to bring our left hand back to the little toe side. Walk in, placing those hands down, push up on that back leg, and take your left foot to your right wrist. So the toes come of your left foot to your right wrist. And then you're going to slowly lower down and walk this back foot back. Now we want the ball, if possible, under this glute, because that's where we want to try and get into. So for some of us, we may need a cushion under there. Now, if this pose is too much, remember you can always come back into eye of the needle, which is lying on your back, and I'll just show it quickly. It's this pose. You won't be able to use the ball here because you might be able to a little, but you won't get as much access. Once we've anchored that ball down, we're just going to add a little flow. So as we inhale, we come up, squeezing the buttocks. As we exhale, we come down. If you're in eye of the needle, just really focus on slow, steady breaths. Keep this going. And then exhale, this time just to anchor down. And just breathe in, slow, steady breaths. And then from there, just inhale to come up. And if you can, just bringing this leg round and just keeping this ball under this glute and just circling. So you just want to probably keep this leg, your right leg, relaxed as you just circle. Keep this going if you're in pigeon. If you are in eye of the needle, you're just coming back up. Coming up, try and keep that ball under the glute and just circle. We're just trying to massage into the glute. Might feel a few little pops. And then from there, whichever one you're in, we're going to release that ball and we're going to come back onto all fours and just rock from side to side And then just do a little bit of cat-cow. Exhale, inhale, exhaling. Find that breath. Then we're going to exhale, push back into down dog. Walk it out. And then we're going to inhale, step one foot forward, then the other. Exhale into our forward fold. Arms can come either side or out wide as we inhale, breathing up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, upward salute, breathe in, fill up. Exhale, coming down. Abdominal hugs the thighs, chin tucks in. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, stepping the left leg back this time. Drop that knee. Maybe really feeling that left glute, where we just really opened it up. Fingertips in line with those toes. Inhale, drop the hips. Draw those inner thighs in towards each other. Hands can stay on those thighs or reaching up. Exhale, bring those hands in line with the heart space. Left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Reaching up and looking over your right shoulder. Coming back to the centre, hands out wide. Walk the foot out wide too. Remember, the options can be forearms, leg extended, or it can be knee down. Hands out, just a little flexion in the elbows. Listen. Couple of deep breaths here. And then when we're ready, inhale to come up. And we're doing the same. That right hand's coming over. If you can, flex on those toes, so on the balls of the feet to lift that leg. And then inhale, lift the right leg, so the right foot comes to the left heel. Again, if this is too much and you know it's too much, come back into your either needle. Ball comes under that right glute this time. Now remember, if it feels a little too far, that ball, grab a cushion. Bring that ball in. And just see if you can find that point. And then come on down. Inhale to rise up. And exhale to come down if you're in the pigeon. If you're in eye of the needle, just take big deep breaths. It's probably pretty intense anyway, so just breathe in, breathe out. Keep listening. Flowing, every inhale brings us up. Every exhale taking us down. Last one. So remembering when we come up this time, inhale, just to really shift that weight because we want to get into that piriformis. Bring this foot round for additional support and then just work it here. You may want to take the cushion out so you can get in to that buttock a little bit more. Maybe flat to the hands, or maybe easier for the fingertips. Keep that core active though, so it's supporting. You're not putting all your weight into your wrists, and just moving. If you're in eye of the needle, remember now to just bring yourself up gently. And again, if you can, place that ball, release that leg, and just keep those legs in a position that works for you. Oh, lots of clicks there to move in and around glutes. They get so tight. Okay, and then releasing, moving those balls. If you didn't have those balls, you could just stay in that position a little bit longer. And then from there, just coming back to the center with those wrists under those shoulders, those knees under those hips, and just a few circles. One way, then the other. And then from there, tucking those toes under, and exhale, push back into the down dog. And then when we're ready this time we're going to walk these hands back towards our feet. Surrendering into our forward fold. And this time we're just going to dangle and bring ourselves up dangling so the spine stays flexed, chin stays in as we pull ourselves up through the core. Breathing in to do so. And when we get to the top, exhaling, just circling those shoulders one way and then the other. Then from there we're going to inhale, open up to our upward salute. Exhale, coming down, abdominal wall to the thighs. This time come up onto the balls of the feet, walk the hands away. Drop the knees down, walk the hands in front. And then just exhale into our chaturanga. Bringing those hands under the forehead and just rocking from side to side. From there, bringing those hands either side. Inhale to lift up, push up. Stay on the top with those toes tucked under and just bringing ourselves up to stretch out those feet. Really hugging that core, pinching the shoulder blades in. And then from there, coming back onto the tops of the feet. If we can, taking those hands behind and lifting those knees, strong on those ankles. Hands can rest on those thighs, really lifting that chest. If that's too much, just staying here, working with that stretch. Keep tucking the tailbone under. And then from there, we're just going to come back and come onto our bottoms. Well, if we've got this ball, we want to place it, if we can, between the shoulder blades, so where this heart space is, the back. And then legs into the bridge. Now, I'm quite tight around this area, so I really feel this, but in a good way. Now, what I want us to do is just breathe in and out first of all. So we're just breathing, feeling this pressure that the ball is perhaps bringing to the body. And if we haven't got the ball, then just embracing this pose, anchoring the soles of the feet down, tucking that tailbone under. And then we could just do some pelvic tilts. So with this ball under, obviously we can't quite compress that lower back, but you can still feel and do the same motion. So every exhale, you draw that core back, trying to compress it into the mat. Whereas that inhale was lift up off that tailbone, chest rises. So there's not quite so much pressure going on. Now really listen. If this feels a little too much, remove the ball. And remember here how we're just trying to clear blockages, stagnant energy, releasing tension. Okay, and now for some rises. So the balls and the heels of the feet anchoring in. We're going to inhale, lift off. So we may even lose contact with that ball for a moment. And then exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift off. Squeeze those glutes. Exhale, lower. Working with the rhythm of the breath. Inhaling, rising. Exhaling, lowering. Now if you want to, on your next inhale, want to make it a little more intense, you could bring those hands underneath. The thumbs can go under towards the base of the spine, or for a little more intensity on the wrist, you can turn so those thumbs come out, fingertips go in. We're trying to bring that chin close to the chest. We'll lose contact with the ball probably, but we're just breathing here, slow, steady breaths. If that feels a little too much, just keep working with that exhale, coming down gently, feeling that extra pressure point with the ball. Inhale, coming back up. With the flow as well, you could always add arms, always quite nice for that extra stretch. Inhale, we bring the arms up. And that exhale, we just slowly bring them down, seeing if we can anchor at the same time. Keep it going. Remember, you can change this. You could come up if you want to hold a little more intense. If you don't want to add the arms, you could just inhale, come up. And also you can just be still, feeling that pressure point between those shoulder blades. And just taking some slow, steady breaths in that area. Really focusing on your breath. Great focus point as well as that pressure point that the ball's creating. So just flowing. For another minute. Listening to our breath. Maybe if you wanted to with that ball, just gently rock from side to side. If that feels quite comfortable to do so. And then from there, we're going to release the ball from the shoulder blades and bring it to the lower back area. Now, what I want you to do here is just gently rock side to side and take slow, deep breaths. If you want to apply more pressure, you obviously allow yourself to sink deeper into that ball. If that feels a little too intense, just ease that pressure. Activate your core a little bit more so you don't sink down and drop all of that weight. So you can just mindfully play with the ball on your lower back. And again, this is just a great opportunity to release perhaps any tension there. If it becomes a little too intense or it feels too much, just remove the ball. You can do a similar thing with just that lower back on the ground, anchoring it down, pushing, moving from side to side. So just being aware. Or you could do some tilts here. You exhale, compress that lower back. Inhale, free it up, big deep breath in. If you've got that ball, I'd love you to just give that lower back a massage that works for you. Close the eyes. Again, if you've got some tunes, maybe just play some music. Or just listen to your breath and let that be the music. You may find one side so much more tender than the other. For me, it's very much my left side, so much more tender. So we just need to be a little more gentle there. Remember to try and keep that chin tucked in. You could also use a cushion under the back of your head here. Just a few more deep breaths. Remember, if the ball's not available this time, you do those tilts. These tilts are great too, where we inhale, we lift up, we exhale, and we compress that lower back down. Or you may just want to massage that lower back. So you activate the core, pull that pubic bone up and just massage, moving that lower back, connecting it with the ground. And then we could use the ball when you next, hopefully, if you were to do this again. Okay, last deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, if the ball's there, release it. If the tilt's there, just release it. And if you can, if the back's okay to do so, just take those feet down. If the back feels a little too tender, keep the soles of the feet down. And open those hands up. Just taking some deep breaths into the body now. Just becoming aware of any energy shifts, any flow that feels a little different. With each inhale, bringing in that fresh breath, nourishing chi. And with each exhale, surrender, release, sinking, letting go. And then when you're ready, just bringing the soles of the feet back up if they weren't there already, and bringing those thighs in for a hug. Just rocking from side to side. Placing the hands over the knees and just a few circles, one way and then the other. Bringing those thighs in for an extra hug. Inhale, bringing the nose to the knees. Exhale, coming back down. Hands down, feet up, and then just a few little rocks. Gently bringing yourself up to a seated. In that seated, getting yourself comfortable. Hopefully you had the balls. If not, I'd really recommend just getting a pair. As I said, they're not too dear, and they're great for moving around the fascia in our body, and which can help just take away some tension and get that flow in our body moving a little more. It's quite powerful how it works as well. So hopefully, if you had those balls today, you might be feeling some shifts and changes. Great for any feedback. We'd love feedback. So anyway, just to finish the class, we'll finish with an Om. So the chin mudra, anchoring down, tailbone tucked, spine lengthening, chin slightly dropped. Feeling the breath coming in at our own natural rhythm,
and feeling the breath, releasing, leaving. And just to finish with one Om, when you're ready, take a big deep breath in. Bringing your hands together to the heart space, heart center, and just bowing down in gratitude for taking this time out to nourish you, your amazing body, mind, spirit, soul. Namaste. Thank you very much.